funny. Hannah McEwen. Give it up for Hannah, everyone!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hannah, backwards and forwards. That's a joke about grammar for anyone north of Durham. Hannah's actually a palindrome. Yeah, I didn't think this would be educational, now did you? Hannah's a palindrome. I mean, people at school more often say Hannah's a twat, but... So, as you can probably tell by my automatic confidence and charming personality, this is not my first stand-up rodeo. No, I've been given a microphone before. But the thing about stand-up is that I find that it just comes quite naturally to me, because people already seem to think that I'm a joke. But yeah, you know, people are always saying to me, Hannah, how do you do stand-up? How do you do it? You know, you're so brave, so daring, so funny, so witty, so clever, so modest, so humble. And I say, I know. But really, I think that anyone and their great aunt can do stand-up. Recently, my postman has got into doing stand-up, and when I asked him, you know, how do you manage this? How are you finding it? He said, it's all about the delivery. But for me, I find that it's the writing process that can be the hardest things. For example, just recently, I've been trying to write a musical about the inventor of the dictionary. And I don't know what happened, but something down the line just went terribly, horribly wrong with the songs, and it ended up being more of a play on words. But yeah, what I'm really, really loving about stand-up is that finally, I am on the path to fame, if you can call this tiny, tiny audience of the North East fame. But we're going to call it that. But yeah, I'm finally living out my hashtag dreams of being a hashtag relatable hashtag teen. You'll never guess who was recently voted most likely to be famous in the yearbook. Yeah, they couldn't be with us tonight, so you've got me instead. But when I'm 42 and living in a cardboard box with my drama degree, we'll remember this moment. Yeah. But, you know, I think people are always underestimating children and, you know, people our age doing things like this. And there is nothing I love more than being able to get back at the adults, you know. Recently, I managed to tell my dad to grow up whilst I was hoovering. So who's the adult now, Dad? But yeah, teenagers always just seem to get such a bad rap, don't they? You know, there's so much we have to put up with already, you know, social media pressure, exams, the fact that Kanye West can no longer be an icon for us anymore. But, you know, you can wear one coordinated tracksuit and Kevin from number 44 seems to think you're going to be pissing in his flower beds. That's happened to me. But, you know, I feel sorry for us. But there are some teenagers that, you see, I just can't quite manage to find the sympathy for them, you know, and I find that the place where these other teens collect happens to be the very darkest recesses of the internet. I mean, you know, I'm a modern age teen. I'm all about the Snapgram and the Insta chats. But, you know, Facebook, leave that in your 7 thanks. And this is where these other teens, they all seem to collect, you know, and these are the ones that cannot distinguish the boundary of what should be put online and what really shouldn't be put online. You know, and I find that you can categorise these oversharers into maybe 3 big terms. So firstly, you've got your classic oversharer, and this is a verbatim piece of theatre by a person that I actually have on Facebook. I jinxed myself putting a status on about luck. Now I've got an ear infection. Sad emoji, death emoji. The day I picked my brother up from prison and all. Sad emoji, jail emoji. So that helped my Tuesday, knowing that. And then you've got your second oversharer, who are my favourite of the bunch. The classic ones who are always starting beef on Facebook. Beef. And these are the ones that are always someone like that, Booth. These are the ones who are always fighting with other people on Facebook. And again, a verbatim piece. I use filter. I am offended by comment. I have tattoo eyebrows. That's my confidence boost, and I'm pleased I've done it. They always seem to have the worst grammar. And my favourite ever event that this happened in is two people that I used to go to school with, one boy, one girl. And a very niche hobby this is, but they're both into wildlife photography. I went to school in Durham. But they both were into wildlife photography. And this girl one day, she posts a picture of a bird on Facebook. Lovely. To use its Latin name, the Paris Major. Paris Major. And she posts this picture, and this boy comments on it, and he's like, "How could you?" And she goes, "What? I've not done anything. This is my Paris Major." And he goes, "This my photo." And she goes, "Well, no, this is my intellectual property." She definitely didn't phrase it like that, but she tells him, "This is my content, and you stick that where it goes." And they keep arguing back and forth about this Paris Major, and I go back to check it later to show one of my friends, and I see that the comments have been blocked, they've been reported. And I think, how can this be? This is about a beautiful piece of wildlife. And then I see what the last comment was that this boy puts on about this beautiful bird, Paris Major. "You have taken a picture of my great tits and posted it to the internet. I am very offended by this, of my great tits." And for some reason, Facebook blocked that. I'm not entirely sure why, so yeah. And then my final, third oversharer are the ones I just find most annoying, are the ones who are in relationships. You know the ones always posting about their significant other. And for example, 2 days with this lushy boy. This has been the best 24 hours of my life. I would die for you. I would do anything for you. Padlock emoji, purple heart emoji, green heart emoji, fire emoji, world emoji, monkey emoji, monkey emoji, monkey emoji. They're just my least favourite people to have on Facebook. And look, yes, this might be because, I'm desperately lonely or whatever. My therapist says it is, but, it just happens to be one who are in relationships. And, I'm just a bit of a Chandler Bing when it comes to romance. The last exciting thing that happened to me was when I accidentally said I love you to the bus driver. Yeah, he put his foot down after that one. But the next time I got on the bus, for some reason or other, he just stopped charging me. But I said, "Not charging me for the bus? Well, that's just no fair." Guess I won't be needing a single anytime soon, huh? I've always found myself a bit obsessed with the idea of love. It's like, in my last relationship, my boyfriend told me he was leaving me because I kept pretending to be a transformer. I said, "No, wait! I can change." It's like, do you ever go into a room and you see someone and all of a sudden you can imagine yourself at the altar beside them with 4.5 kids and a joint bank account? No? Just me? Well, that happens to me in most rooms. At least once. It's like, wow, look at him. No. Wow. Look at him. I like to believe in love at first sight. It's never mutual. You have to make yourself be seen, through a window and their peripheral vision, turning up wherever they go. Look, it's not stalking if you're in love, all right? How do you think the Twilight series sold? I am desperate. No, that's not the end of that sentence. I am desperate for that perfect, romantic Spider-Man kiss, but you see, my problem is, I think I'm just too English, I'm very, how do you do, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, stereotypes. But I find myself too awkward in these situations. And overseas, they just don't seem to have this problem, you know? In Europe, it's like a constant primordial soup of flesh. You know, in Spain, your paella comes served with a side of tongue from the waiter. Can you imagine that? In England, if with your hangover fry-up, your server suddenly snogged you in the middle of a Wetherspoons. Never know, might catch on. They could call it weatherspooning. But yeah, no, I think aside from my awkwardness, my main problem is that I just seem to intimidate people. And I really don't understand why this is. Like, I just don't get it. Like, for some reason or other, like, whenever I speak to a boy, they just always seem to think I'm, like, super pretentious or something. And I just really don't get it. Anyway, here's a poem I've written about men. I'm obsessed with rom-coms. High schools, weddings, funerals, dance proms. I've researched my field. I now know what love actually is. My secret's revealed. I know now that love actually is a load of absolute poppy Colin Firth. Mr. Darcy be mine. It is a truth universally acknowledged. Oh, Austin love lineup around the block. But I'm starting to find these boys, they keep behaving like absolute cockerels, and I'm starting to not give a fox. Because you see, when Kate Winslet said that line, "Draw me like one of your French girls," my stomach swirled. Beautiful, romantic, and flying crap. But if one more boy tries to be pretentious, I'm going to snap. It's like I can't go a day without Romeo's heartbreak. Headache, pill take for poor Juliet, thus with a kiss and I'm laced with regret. Climb off your high balcony, babes. Violent delights have violent ends, and parting will not be sweet sorrow. Why have you decided that you're now John Keats? No, you're not a romantic. If you want the semantics or just plain pedantics, you're really just tragic. So don't write me one of your painful verbal ballads, trying to prove you're oh so intellectual and gallant when I've seen more interesting metaphors in a plate of salad. Darling, you have nothing in common with those indie singers you pretend to like. Honestly, just get on your bike. Because if you think that you and Morrissey have anything in common, I promise you, it's just that you both think you're awesome. And me, I'm feeling like me and Kate Nash will get along. Because her song Dickhead, you know, it's not wrong. I'm sick and I'm tired of this hard-done-by culture, of masculine bacteria pretending they know about Syria, of boys trying to outsmart me, patronising me, sweethearting me, of men weighed down by the burden of their brains and their sickening response when you won't play their games. Today I was told I don't look like a feminist. I glared at him, and he went, "No, don't worry, I'm not a meninist. I think women are proper lush like, but these feminists, ain't they proper dykes like? No, don't worry, babe, I understand feminism. Really, I can." He said, "I only think it would be better understood if it came from a man." The problem with being a girl in a rom-com world is that, well, being a romantic, it just makes me too enthusiastic, and now I just want to know what love is. And I want you to show me. And I want you to hold me. And I want to be taken seriously as a female comedian. Because, you know, it's just easier for men. One disgusting fart joke, but maybe then again, when they make a joke about me getting back to the kitchen, I'll head straight to the drawer where the knives are kept. Because my humour is as sharp as my wit. I'd make a joke about yours being so small you can't even handle it. Also, can you stop Dan Wolf whistling us in the street? Because it makes us feel like shit. Honestly, I can't ever believe it. I mean, how many marriages do you know when you ask them how they met and where? They answer you with a, "He just told me a J-Rock, darling," and it all went from there. Maybe I'm just bitter. Because I'm 18 and lonely. And all the boys I know are secretly into My Little Pony. Perhaps it's because my pickup game's a little less than slick, but you know what? I stand by it. My Harry Potter pickup lines are sick. Do 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 do. This'll be worth it. Do 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 do. Do 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 you lived. But I can still be your chosen one. Your wand can slither in my chamber of secrets and win guardian Leviosa all night long. Is that a wand in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Myrtle won't be the only one moaning tonight. Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. Okay, I apologise for being such a tormentor, sucking the life out of you all when I could have been much gentler. But yeah, boys, Harry Potter trivia is sexy, so Dumbledore move over. Trust me, I'm the real deal, Mrs. Casanova. I'm lucky in love and a tragically awkward teen, but at least I don't look like I did when I was 13. Okay, boys. I'm intelligent, relevant, elegant, but you're pretentious, and you're boring too. I'm not going to do that. Thank you very much. I've been Hannah McEwen. I hope you enjoyed the show.